rest of the other comics for the kickballers, it was not a good idea to let them in here a couple hours ahead of time. They've been drinking the whole time, so I'm sorry. I just have to do something to check. Mom, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My mom's on the phone. Like, she can't be here, so everybody say hi to my mom. Okay, cool. Try not to say anything embarrassing. You're on speakerphone. So, holy hell, there's a lot of my friends here, and I'm very glad they're here, but they're freaking me out a little bit, and there's a good chance I'm going to forget everything that I was going to say. So, let's get started. Yeah, my mom has been very supportive, but she told her friends that I'm actually performing in a recital tonight. So, I may wind up singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at some point. I'm sure you'll understand. Thank you, Steve. Flashing me your breasts in the middle of my set is really comforting. Thank you for that. I think my mom was actually a little bit afraid to come down here because she might be worried that my powers would work in reverse. See, my mom and some of my close friends call me the angel of death. There was a rash of deaths in the mid-90s that in my family that happened to coincide with my return to New Jersey. Basically, I would go home to New Jersey and one of my relatives would drop dead. Yeah, I know, it's hysterically funny. I killed my entire family. Thank you. Thank you for that. And people really started to get nervous, and they would call my mom, you know, is she coming home? Dear God, is it my turn? And I just pictured, like, all the villagers slamming the shutters closed. No, she's coming home! And, you know, eventually they stopped inviting me to weddings, which, you know, was kind of insulting, but I understood. And if it wasn't for the funerals, I never would have seen my family, so it kind of worked out. It was around that time, too, that I discovered my family apparently is part Egyptian. We like to bury our people with things that are important to them. It started with my paternal grandmother. She was buried with, and I swear I'm not making this up, the ashes of my cousin's beloved pet iguana. My aunt explained this to me. Apparently they became very close when my grandmother had to take the iguana for weekly dialysis treatments. And I just said, yes, of course, by all means, bury the iguana with her. And then with my dad, he was a big hockey fan, so we buried him with some Bruins tickets and a pair of Bruins boxer shorts and a couple bottles of Sam Adams beer. But my favorite was my maternal grandmother, Grace. And she's also a great example of my mother's passive aggressiveness. Sorry, Mom, didn't know you were going to be here. She was buried with a putter, a crossword puzzle, and a pack of cigarettes. But what we failed to give her was a golf ball, a pencil, and a lighter. So... really happy, really old woman for all eternity. Excuse me, do you have a light? Yeah, poor thing. My dad's funeral was very nice, though, as far as funerals go. He was a volunteer EMT with the rescue squad and the local cardiac unit in the hospital. And as a tribute to him, when he died, the cardiac ambulance came out to the funeral procession and actually led it, which was very nice, very touching. Except I realized that anyone watching us go by, all they saw was an ambulance being followed by a hearse. Like, I don't think that was good for donations. Okay, now I gotta check the keyboard. Okay, now's when the nerves set in. Yeah, so, my day job. I'm a forensic scientist. Yes, I know. That run-of-the-mill, oh, forensic science, everyone does that, and I know exactly what you're thinking. You hear forensic science, and you say it's exactly like what? Come on, say it with me. Yes! No! It is nothing like CSI, and don't you ever say that again. It's more like Dilbert, or The Office, maybe. Yeah, basically it's your job with microscopes and dirty underwear. That's the only difference. Very glamorous. That was for Joy. Joy likes that. And as a public service announcement, I would like to tell you, please buy new underwear. We as a nation do not replace our underwear often enough. And ladies, this includes bras. And I know you all have those pairs that you only wear, you know, at certain times that you throw them out. But like Walmart's selling like 3,000 pairs of underwear for $1.50. Get some new underwear, because we poor forensic scientists, God forbid you're the victim of a violent crime, we may be up to our eyeballs in your underwear. So let's replace them. Whew, what else can I tell you? Yeah, well, I'm gay. I know it's hard to tell without the khakis and the golf shirt. Yeah. I do wear that every day to work, though, so I'm not breaking any stereotypes there. But this is a fun twist, because, you know, God's got a sense of humor. I'm gay, but I'm not actually attracted to lesbians. Yeah, that's cool. That's fun. Where'd that come from? We'll talk later. Yeah, so I don't understand it. I'm sure there are some lovely lesbians out there, but the whole, you know, the women who like women who look like men thing, I just don't get it. Like, if I wanted to be with a guy, I would be with a guy, and I would save a hell of a lot of money on toys. So, I don't understand. Now, I've been here for a couple years, and as best I can tell, there are 4 feminine lesbians in the Hampton Roads area. But damn, they have been passed around, and they are tired. They are worn out. I think that may actually be where, like, the scarier lesbians come from. They start out cute and perky, and then they get ridden into dykeness. So I tend towards the straight chicks, although by the time I get done with them, I guess they're more, you know, curved. I don't think I really call themselves straight anymore. And the last one I was with, lo and behold, was just a little wackadoodle, which I knew was charming at first, but then I discovered that she was a bit of a drama magnet, and I took to calling her Drama Cow. It didn't seem like a big deal to me, and it's a comic strip character in Pearls Before Swine. It was essentially this cow with this big gaping maw with this swirl of drama happening over its head at all times, and I saw a similarity. So, yeah, my big mistake though was when I actually introduced her to some people as Drama Cow. That didn't go over so well. And honestly, I didn't understand what the big deal was. I'm like, surely you can't be this melodramatic and be surprised by it. And I was telling one of my friends, and one of my male friends, who happens to be here, Greg, and P.S., when you're taking sensitivity training from a guy, you know you have a problem. Greg pointed out that perhaps it wasn't the word drama that she objected to. Might have been that other one. So he said that he actually could not think of any adjective in front of the word cow that a woman would find acceptable. He was like, so we tried some out. Beyonce cow. No. Hot, sexy cow. No. Really? Doesn't work. Doesn't work with the ladies. So basically, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I'm okay with that. It's probably safer that way. Certainly for my friends. But the thing is, like, we travel in the same social circle, and I still care about her very much. And frankly, I'm a little nervous because I don't know if she waves to people when she takes the trash out. And what, am I the only person that knows this? That's like the surest indication of whether someone's going to be a serial killer or not. Have you never heard that? Like, they discover someone's a serial killer and they interview his neighbors, and he's like, I don't know. He was always nice. He waved when he took the trash out. They're always shocked every single time. Jeffrey Dahmer had like squirrel heads on stakes in his front yard, but they're like, but he waved when he took the trash out. I'm stunned to discover he's a serial killer. So I don't know. I'm going to have to see whether she waves or not. But frankly, if I were her, I would be a little nervous because, you know, she tussled with the angel of death. So hopefully she'll be all right. That's my time, you guys. Thank you so much.
I'm going to pretend that applause is for me coming back up. So, great job, AJ. She actually went over time, but she's talking about lesbians. I'm not going to stop her. So.